you're here. Took your sweet time, didn't you? Wait a moment. I just need to finish up these reports. Blood ration decreases. Some of the most interesting papers to sign off. Everyone has a reason to beg charity, and each one inspires a new reason for me not to care. You wouldn't know about blood rations, would you? No, I suppose you wouldn't. Of course not now. You are one of those, wild humans. Savages. One of the ones, or a descendant of the ones, we never rounded up and placed in the blood farms. Damn shame of it too. But I suppose nobody's perfect, are they? You know, I applaud your innovation. Why, yes, I do. It takes a lot for your kind to hide for such a duration. Similar to vermin, in a way. Rats hiding in walls, away from newborn vampires' fangs. Somehow, humans always find a deep, dark hole to burrow into. So where did they find you? What region, country, as you call it? Feel free to use the old world names. I understand most savages lack a modern education. Oh, is that so? Shocking. New Cania, as we call it. I hear it's rather lovely this time of year. Long nights and beautiful stars, now all the light pollution's been dealt with. Do you know why you're here? How rude. I'll have to train that out of you. Allow me to reiterate then. Do you know why you are in my lavish estate in Silent City, rather than being shipped directly to one of the blood farms, like the rest of your savage enclave? Good. You shouldn't know. I like to keep my pets ignorant to the ways of the world. Too much knowledge taints the blood, you know. Adds an awful flavour to it. Like dusty tomes. I shall limit your knowledge to what I feel you need to know. After all, we can't have a head like yours getting filled with all sorts of useless things you may never need to know about. Isn't that right? Of course I shall provide you the obvious. I am a very rich man in a very poor world. The global supply of blood is facing an unprecedented shortage due to a finite supply of your kind, and unfortunately, you reproduce far too slowly to meet demand. Honestly, the amount of problems that would be solved if humans could just hurry it up. Should only need 2 weeks to reproduce at most. About that for a vampire spawn. Still, we carry on, do we not? Why, yes, we do. You see, this shortage means gentlemen like myself have two options. On one hand, slum it, rationing with the rest of the citizenry of our society, or I could pay a soldier friend of mine a pittance and have a freshly captured human brought directly to me to serve as my newest entree. Done. What do you think? I'm trying to make this letter sound the correct blend of passive-aggressive and condescending. After all, it's not every day you get to write someone refusing their request for additional blood. Oh wait, for me it is. And now, you finally have my complete and undivided attention, my dear. Let me get a look at you. I had very precise specifications when I purchased you. I want to make sure you meet my exacting standards. Fix your posture. Now, it detracts from your neck. I want that pretty thing to be on display for any who visit. Up. There you go. You can do it. Much better. You'll want to reduce any mouth breathing you undertake. It damages facial structure. I need you in good condition. Now, head up. Obey. You're in my home. I expect you to obey. I offer you a life far better than that of being treated like cattle at the blood farms. Your standard of living will far exceed that your kind have become accustomed to. However, if you are unwilling or unable to follow basic instructions, then I will have to deem you as a faulty purchase and insist my purveyor return you to the blood farms. I do not wish to drink out of bags, and I am certain you do not wish to see the fate that awaits you in such places. Now, up. No, good human. The carotid artery is positioned well. An easy bite. Of course, look at that collarbone. We could spice things up. Make a trip to the subclavicle vein, just near your collarbone. There's nothing quite as unique. Yes, look at the flush. You have good blood flow. That will do me nicely. The subclavicle creates a large flow, but it is messy. You'd have to take some preparation so as not to stain the carpet. Though, lately, I have been particularly fond of the femoral artery. Intimate, delicious, and plentiful. But deeply inconvenient. It would keep you off your feet for a few days. Well, with how I do it anyway. Good. Now, teeth. Let me see them. Grr. No fangs. Doesn't quite have the same charm to it, but I'll arrange for you to have a full checkup. While you're here, I need you to be in perfect health. Any issue with your wellness may well spoil your taste, and I did not pay for you simply for your condition to degrade upon reception. Oh, a basic self-care routine wouldn't go amiss either. Considering you've been in the wilds for so long. What? Forests, huts, bunkers. I suppose your current self-care routine comprises of... what? Nothing? Oh, humans. You meet my requirements. Not quite perfect, but what is? Oh yes. Name? Your name, you must be called something. Oh, really? How unfortunate. Oh, you seem confused, pet. Allow me to phrase things for you. Owning a human is illegal. According to the Sanguine Accord, all humans are considered wards or property, depending on the region, of the state. As such, you should be in one of the blood farms owned and operated by our mighty central world government, with your vitae being packaged into sweet little blood bags and distributed throughout the appropriate regions. I paid a strong amount of money to have you brought to me instead. You are mine, both a symbol of status and an extreme luxury. As I said before, I am a very rich man in a very poor world, and there are few things better. It's not enjoying what you have, it's enjoying what others have not. I'm good. As such, I will not slum it on Russians, nor will I dine on thralls and their paste-like vitae. And of course I refuse to feed upon ghouls as if I am some copper-turned half-fang with the phrenology of a mule. Lesser kindred interests me not. I require fine flavour, and so I will keep you. You will be held and fed a rounded diet that will increase your red blood cell production, and you will be at my side at all times in case I ever get peckish, and you shall attend each and every one of my lavish parties. After all, your existence is there to be flaunted. What are the other kindred going to do? I'm in government. The most they can do is complain. Oh yes, pet. You've landed on your feet. I'm a lobbyist. I campaign for particular groups to have stronger influence, or to reduce the influence of others in our mighty vampiric world government. The side doesn't matter. Left, right, both wings belong to the same bat. For example, pet, have a look at one of these. What do you think that is? Right, dead on. It's a blood bag. Now, who decides what the acceptable blood purity is? Who should be given blood rations when people fall on hard times? And, of course, who gets paid to manufacture the plastic for the blood bag? All questions of policy, and all with a lot of marks tied up in them. A lot of elders would pay good money to have things go their way. So I know people. I get paid. I have a glass of wine with a magistrate. And of course I extol the virtues of one particular policy. Because sometimes, just sometimes, one person in power is all you need. And so policy is made. You understand, yes? Good, good. Then you also understand why escape is futile. That the power I wield holds enough weight that if you run, I will track you down and have you tracked back. Yes? Good, good. Then you will behave yourself and do as I ask. Wonderful. Then leave me. The scent of the wilds is still on you. It permeates your every pore. I'll have a servant show you to the baths. You may clean up, and then report back here. I can feel myself getting peckish. and I'd